The people you are speaking to are at their best, they are human beings. Nobody is going to emerge from that congregation and bite you. Nobody is going to come and fight you. Nobody is going to come and wrestle with you on stage for making a mistake, right? So be at peace with yourself, knowing that whether you are speaking to a group of professors, you are speaking to a group of leaders, executives, they are at their best human beings. So you do not have to be afraid. What's the worst that will happen? You don't have to be afraid. Okay? So that's number one. And these are people who need what you are talking about. That's why they are listening to you. That's why they are sitting to listen to you. They won't come and flog you. Number two, who is holding number two for us? Okay, you're already holding something. Be conversational and free. And that is why I went into extra details, right? Of course, you should be careful not to go overboard. But sometimes we overestimate the power of what we are sharing, that we forget that it's in those little moments of extra interactions that we actually win our audiences. Sometimes you need to come to a point you communicate at their level. You communicate at we level. You understand? You let them know that, you are not just some hired public speaking assassin that's come to, you have come to attack ignorance. So no. Sometimes you need to make jokes, use humor, talk about regular life thing. What happened when you fell down on the street or whatever. It helps you to actually bond with your audience. It helps you connect with them. It helps them feel the topic that you are in, the context of what you are discussing, right? Now, be free to roam around. Be free to ask somebody a question. Be free to do activity breaks. What's it called? Icebreakers. Talk to someone. Why are you frowning? Is there anything you don't understand? What's going on now? Do you get me? You ask for feedback. Be conversational and be free. Don't tense up. It's going to help your speaking a lot. What's the third one? Who's holding number 3? Your posture, your power. Do not use closed body positions. Closed body postures. Okay? Avoid bringing your hands too close to the body midline. This frame is not good for your hands. If you're always doing this or this or this, right? If you are closing up this region and it is signaling, there's something called psychosomatic connection, right? The relationship between your mind and your body. Psychosomatic or somatopsychic. So what you are thinking sometimes can affect your posture. Your posture too can affect the way you think or the way you reason or the way you coordinate your mind. Can affect a lot of things. Your confidence too can be affected by the posture that you are using at a particular point in time. Okay? So you want to use more open body positions. You want to gesticulate. Open up. Let this open palm position. So as I'm speaking, this is because there's more like an invisible frame where your hand can go while you are speaking. Okay? Something about this. When you now start doing like this, that's when you're looking for trouble. When you start going too extreme, like this, it may not be necessary. But then when you're explaining, it's okay for you to open your palms. Let your audience see your palms. Your posture is very important. Who's holding the next one for us? Number 4.
I don't know if I'm 4 or 5. Some hack eye contact or something like that.
Okay. Hack eye contact. Who is number 5? Okay, hack eye contact. Number 5. Yes, that should be number 5. Hack eye contact. Now, this is simply that if you are speaking to a group of people, right, even if you are too shy or afraid to look them in the eye, like as I'm speaking, I'm engaging with all of you, I'm looking at your eyeball. I'll do something now that you barely can tell me I'm looking at. I'm looking at your forehead now. I'm looking at your forehead. I'm not looking into your eyes. I'm not glaring into your eyeballs. So if you do that, it's either you are looking here or here, right in between the two eyes. So you're looking at the bridge, this bridge of the nose, I mean the ridge of the nose, whichever one. Now, that helps you to reduce the anxiety level, but then it still helps you to keep the engagement with your audience. That eye contact is very important. If you are speaking virtually, if you are speaking online, let's say you're doing a training online or whatever, reduce the temptation to look at your phone screen. Look more into the camera hole. That simulates eye contact. Okay, it helps because when you look at you can try it. Look at your camera hole. Just talk about something, then put your phone in landscape mode. Look at your screen so that you'll be looking at you'll be seeing yourself, and do the same video. You realize that it's going to look as if you are reading from something. You understand? It will really give that connection while you are speaking. Now, who is holding the next one? Breath control. Good. Breath control. You can do this simple exercise. We'll do it once, right? And breath control, what this does, what deep breaths do, it helps to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Rest, digest. It puts you in a rest mode, puts you in an easy mode. It helps to calm down your nerves. Now, what do? Take a very deep breath. Let me show you, let me demonstrate it for you. Take a very deep breath in and feel the lungs. Now, in through your nostrils, then out through your mouth with a pursed lip, as if you want to blow off an imaginary candle. So like this, in and out. You can do this like 3 times. Let's try it. Take a deep breath in, and out. In, and out. I do this a lot, and it has been a very powerful secret for me. They are calling me, they are reading my Bible. I'm about to step up, I'm about to go on stage and speak. And right there in my seat, because the kind of audience there, they are not young people or something. I mean, I'm tense. I'm tense. What if I mess up? Somebody may be a professor here. What if I say something like that? So I just, right there while sitting, I take very powerful, very dangerous deep breaths. And if you are looking at me, you may not realize it. You have to be very observant to notice it. So I'm just, they don't know that I'm dying right there. They don't know. But by the time I do it like 3-4 times, I'm good. The anxiety level drops. If it was like a 9/10 before, it will jump to like 3 or 4. Then the remaining, I will finish it while I'm going to the stage. By the time you get on stage and you're doing your thing, you literally forget that there's anything like anxiety. Okay? So breath control is important. Now the next one is what? Powerful. Affirmations and rituals. When he said the ritual part, I accepted you to look at him well and some kind of stuff. Affirmations and rituals. And affirmations are, if it works for you, do it. It doesn't work for me. I don't like the thought of just writing a bunch of things on my wall and then I am this, I am powerful, I am a great speaker, it doesn't work for me. But if it works for you, it means, you connect with it, fine and good, do it if it helps you. Now, when you're doing affirmations, of course, you are doing your affirmations in the present tense, right? And it's more of like helping yourself boost up your awareness of how good you are to actually go and deliver whatever it is you are delivering. Now, the next one is rituals. Simply means whatever you do that some other people may consider somehow, may consider weird, right? Whatever you do that helps you reduce the anxiety, do it. I heard of a public speaker that said he would do 100 push-ups at the backstage before he comes on stage to speak. He would go behind the stage and do 100 push-ups. 100. Life doesn't have to be that hard. I don't know. I cannot do like that. So, but if 100 push-ups will help you, if that's your own personal rituals, fine and good, do it. Some people go to the mirror and talk to themselves, do a pep talk. Some people sing, some people pray, they do anything that they do just to help lower that anxiety. You said something.
No, it was never.
Okay. What was that?
No, the push-ups is not so anxiety.
Okay, yeah. So for some people it helps with anxiety. For me, it gives me more anxiety. You can, especially in this part of the country, you may enter a place to speak. Next thing, the lights will go on. When you are finished doing push-ups, you are sweating. The lights will not go on. They will tell you, oh, sorry, we are trying to fix it. Sorry, this one. And before you know what's happening, say, sir, just continue. The technical guys, they've called you, they said it's coming, there's hold up somewhere. So no. Now, the next thing is, what's the next? What's the next? Who's holding the next one? Huh?
Less self, more purpose.
Less self, more purpose. I think we skipped that. Less self, more
That's the
purpose. And after that,
eighth
okay, that's the eighth one. Then he's holding the ninth. Now, less self, more purpose. This simply means that when you're going to speak to anybody for any reason, consider more the purpose you are fulfilling while speaking to that audience than you are considering yourself, your insufficiencies, your insecurities, and what you feel might be the mistakes you make. Your concentration, the bulk of your concentration should be on the value you are providing for your audience. And when you shift your attention from me to the value you are giving your audience, the anxiety level drops drastically. Because see, you don't go out to help somebody is drowning and you want to like pull the person out, and you that is trying to pull the person out, you are shaking. You know, you are shy to go and pull somebody you want to save somebody's life and you are shy for something you can do, or you want to do somebody faints somewhere, you're a first aider, or you know you are an emergency responder, somebody faints, you want to go and do CPR and you are shy. Oh, people may see me. What if my shoe is not polished? Or that's not what will come to your mind at that moment, right? So you should be able to consider more the value you are giving to your audience. It helps a lot. So if I'm going to, even if it's any topic at all, so if I'm going to talk to people about public speaking, I'm thinking more about how this would help their public speaking skills, how they will develop these skills, and how they can use it wherever they are working or whatever they are doing across different fields of their endeavors and all that. So the last one, finally, the last one. Threshold expansion technique. So I'm going to do a demonstration here. Let's assume that anxiety happens in thresholds. Okay? Anxiety happens in thresholds. And this is the threshold of anxiety and fear. For a lot of people, this is where their own anxiety threshold is. Right? This is where it is. And you are starting here. It means you need to get to this point for you to start feeling afraid. For some people, this is where their own anxiety level is. Like, you don't even need to do anything. If I say somebody should come up and speak, at the moment you hear somebody, something's already that is going to be me. It's going to point me, God forbid, over my dead body. You know, that's the way some people are. To even engage in conversations, one-on-one conversations, they are afraid. They are shaking. You go for a conference and you went to socialize and meet people. Your body is shaking, you can't meet people, you can't talk to people. That's where they are. Now, you need to intentionally work yourself up that threshold ladder. And that's what this is about. How will you do it? Practice. Practice with a small circle. So if you start engaging, the way we are here, if you start engaging with yourselves, doing presentations, taking turns to present, you know, just like the game that we did that time, you know, those are some of the things that will break that barrier of anxiety at that level. And the moment you